What's going on, everybody? Jared, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Kyle, what's up, my dude? Colin, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Jared, what's up, my brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Happy Friday. Gonna give it a few minutes. We're a little bit early. A fantastic week we've had as a company. It is a great time to start trading. Randy, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Got a few things to share with you all. Hope you all are doing well. Need you to check on that referral. Thanks, Kyle. Yep, I'll check on that. You're going to get credit for it, Kyle, guaranteed. So I'll just make sure it's try to get it done today. Podia, Kyle, has to do the fix in their back end, so I'll follow up with them again. Josh, what's up, my brother? Good to see you. Justin, what's up, bro? How you doing? Grilling and chilling. That's what I love to hear, man. Kevin, what's up, brother? Good to see you. All good, Kyle. Yeah, I'll check with Podia on Monday. They have to fix it on their back end, so go ahead and check on that for you. A fantastic week. Lots to share. I'm going to pull something up for you guys here in a sec. I'm going to give it a few minutes. So ready to drop all my Robinhood garbage. Me too, brother. Me too. Justin, how's school going, bro? Kyle, yes, there's a link to the panel. I'll put it in the description, but then I'll upload it to YouTube as well. But it's right here. Let me grab the link for everybody. There's the link. Let me share my screen with everybody real quick. 3.85, good work, bro. That's what I love to hear. Let me go here, share my screen with you guys. Steve, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Lots of good happenings this week. We are making some waves. I'll tell you that right now, but we'll jump into that here in a second. Jared, thanks, bro. The panel was awesome. Corey, what's up, bro? Thanks for falling asleep on me, bro. Love it, dude. Love it. No, you're good. Cena, what's up, my brother? Why are you not in bed? It's like 3 a.m. for you. Hi, Veronica. Hope you're doing well. Guys, I put making tsunamis. That's actually very true. Yeah, let's give it 2 more minutes. More people coming in. Michael, what's your question on AngelList, brother? Corey, you're all good, bro. I put the interview in the chat or the panel. So there's 3 of us on the panel. Your boy, the Stonks King, and the CEO of Webull, which was fun, and then the VP of product strategy at TradeStation Crypto. A fantastic panel, but for us to already be at the seat with these people and getting compliments from the CEO of Webull means we're on the right track and people are starting to take notice. And so a fantastic time there. If you have the chance to watch it, I'm going to put it on our YouTube channel, but then I'll send it out to everybody as well. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it, bro. Christina, what's going on? Good to see you. the money we invested into Angel List, are those shares ours to hodl for good? Yeah, Michael, they're yours. So for the people that invested into Angel List, I'm waiting for Angel List to finalize that. I've closed the round. Waiting for Angel List to finalize, and then you'll be able to monitor those in your Angel List dashboard. And then Sina, he's our head of product. He's on the call tonight or on the live chat tonight. We're figuring out ways to be able to visualize that into everybody's account as well. We will know they're about to lose clients. They all know they're about to lose clients. Getting huge compliments. Justin, thanks, bro. I want to huddle them until Stonks is number one. And we are going to be number one, that's for sure. Okay, let's get started, everybody. So let me throw in the chat one more time. This is the panel discussion with the Benzinga FinTech Awards. We would have been on there. They wanted us to be on there. Veronica, I'll get to that here in a sec. So they wanted us to be nominated as the next best broker and FinTech platform. But when we came around, they had already had all their nominations in. So next year, we'll most likely be the belle of the ball of the Benzinga Awards. But yeah, it was a fantastic time. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. Couple quick questions. What's going on with the ambassador program? Frank asked a clarifying question. I don't know what you're asking. So Frank asked what's going on with the ambassador program, but I'm not sure the ambassador program's going. So not sure what you're asking, my friend. Anthony, I'm wondering, did you do a convertible note the last round? Yes. So how convertible notes work is convertible notes is debt that converts into equity. So there's two options that a company has. And most startups do convertible notes. So it's a debt raise that converts into equity. And so the note is 7%. And so say we raise $250,000, the company has to pay that note back at 7%, or it converts into equity. And so of course we're going to convert into equity. But that's just the vehicle in which it's the easiest to raise through. But yes, Veronica, we did do a convertible note on the last round, and we're doing another convertible note this round. And I will throw that in here. WeFunder is live as of today. And I will throw that in here for everybody that wants the link. There you go. Also, the free shares for those invites, where can we see those? Okay, so over the next couple weeks, the app's almost done. So it's going to be shipped to the App Store here in a few. I think Sina said the 16th. Sina, go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong. But the 16th it gets shipped, and then we're ready to start moving towards launch. We're trying to get everything ready before the NASDAQ. So again, on November 30th, the NASDAQ is promoting Stonks trading on the NASDAQ tower in Times Square. It's literally right next to where the ball drops on New Year's. So they're promoting us there. We're going to take several pictures and videos in front of it. And then right after that, I'll be interviewed by their global finance anchor. Her name's Jill. And that's on Trade Talks. And so we're trying to have everything completely done by then, so that we have a good momentum going into the last month of the year. So a place that we are going to visualize that in is right within the app. And so let me just show you guys an example of some how that will look. This isn't final, so don't. This isn't what you're going to see in the app because we're still tweaking it. But 16th, thanks, Tina. Yeah, 16th they send the app to Apple for review. We're trying to get that through first time, but Apple does have their rules as well. Okay, so let me show you all this. Is Dr. Brian here? Because I know Dr. B asked. If how we're going to visualize it also. But let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys and gals. Okay, so we're going to do something along these lines. So, and again, please note, these are not final at all. And so they'll be finalized here shortly and then put into the app for our launch. But we're going to do something along the lines of how many shares you own will be visualized right within the app, and then the value of those current shares. And then we're looking at gamifying the subscription. So again, remember the $20 is the ambassador program, and there'll be certain things in app that will be unlocked under the ambassador program. And then the app starts at $1. So this will be a sliding mechanism, essentially. So we're going to probably do something with the rocket ship to the moon, but this will be a sliding mechanism. Our users can choose their own price of the app, so how they're getting value out of the app. And then we're going to run a calculation to kind of gamify a little bit. So the idea is if everybody, so say we have 500,000 users, if everybody chooses $6 a month for the app, let's say, then each share would be worth about $180 a share. So we're looking at so there will be a specific PE calculation in the back end that will calculate that for us. But it will show you your shares, the current value of the shares. If everybody in the app chooses to pay this amount of money for the app, then your shares would be worth $180 a share. And so that's how we're looking at doing that. But the visualization of the shares will be done in app. So whether you referred people or you get your 5 shares or you bought shares through AngelList or WeFunder or wherever you got your shares from, we have all the data, we have all of it in the back end, and it'll be visualized right within the application. So I hope that answers some questions there around that. Okay, so let's see. Any functional difference between WeFunder and the AngelList shares? Kevin, fantastic question. There are several differences. The first being on AngelList, it was just a peer purchase a share, you get allocated the share, good to go. Remember, that was specifically for a lot of people that weren't able to get into the last WeFunder. On WeFunder, it's a convertible note that converts into equity. So it's just a different vehicle for getting the shares, but a lot more functionality. So like on WeFunder, you can use a credit card if you want, a wire, you can use an IRA to invest, several different options for investing under the WeFunder raise. Stonks is number one, no doubt, no doubt. Justin, we are getting all those awards next year, no doubt, for sure. I bought some today. Robert, I saw that, man. Thanks for the support, bro. Appreciate that. Chad, what's going on, my brother? Good to see you. What's the full dilly on Kraken? Okay, so let's throw this up here real quick. Now, so this week, talking to the lawyer and talking to just some other people that are in the industry, we may, and so don't hold me to this, because Sina and I are going to talk about it next week and then with the rest of the team. We may just go ahead and develop our own exchange. And so there's a few tools out there similar to Alpaca that empower us to build our own exchange. We'd have to get the same licensings anyways that we would have to use with Kraken. But so we may just take it a step further and develop our own exchange. The reason for that, and so there's a few things that we have to think about from a moat perspective. So if any of you guys have read like Benjamin Graham or Warren Buffett, they talk about building a moat around your company, right? And so when we think about what keeps us safe as we progress the company forward, is reducing platform risk is what the industry calls it, right? And so platform risk, for example, would be Kraken. So Kraken has a retail crypto trading offering to their users. Like you can download the app and you can trade. The platform risk is if they decide to cancel our contract for whatever reason, give us 30-day notice, then we're out of crypto, right? But then secondly, if we get bigger than Kraken, then they may just start marketing and actively trying to take our customers also. So that's what we when we do a risk analysis, we're looking at platform risk. And so not saying that we're not going to use Kraken, but what we're discussing internally, and I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on this as well, since this is ultimately all of our company, is we may just go ahead and just start building out an exchange ourselves. And so it takes the same regulations. Then we can actually build a legal roadmap on how we tackle changing regulations down the line. A lot more into it, but that's essentially what we're kind of thinking at the moment is maybe we just start Stonks Crypto and then it's just our own exchange and we own everything and reduce the platform risk for our business moving forward. So anyways, that's what I'm thinking through. Kraken is still 100% a possibility. Nothing's changed on that front when we think about a business partnership, but we're just, internally thinking about how can we make more money as a company, reduce risk, and then continually build a moat around our business as we continue to grow. And if you have questions on that, please feel free to put in the chat and I'll get to as many as possible. I still have referrals that have not been approved. Demetrius, whether they've been approved or not, you're still going to get them. We're going to do all that when we migrate all the data into the back end for our app. So it is coming. Y'all will get all your shares. I promise you that. We'll actually have a few customer success people that are over all of the management of the shares. So if I have track of them. There's like 2,000 people that we still have to like credit shares to. And so you'll get your shares, I promise you. When can I see my shares? Robert, I hope I answered that for you. If I didn't, let me know. Corey, it actually doesn't take that long. If we do it right, it takes about 5 business days. So not too bad. $180 a share. Dude, that's what I'm saying. So I was doing the calculation the other day that if we get 1 million users at $10 is something like $500 a share or $600 a share. So there's definitely some huge upside for us for sure. When will the WeFunder round end? Waiting on next payday. Rob, it's going to be open for a while. We're going to do a rolling close until we hit our $750,000 goal. So it'll be open a while. We just opened it. So feel free to take your time on getting money in there if you want to invest more. We're going to do what's called a rolling close. So we will keep it open until we hit 750,000 is kind of my goal for this round. So raising 750K will get us a good, solid team to build out the banking, the crypto component. So so we'll just keep it open until then. So no rush. But if you want to invest sooner rather than later, we still get access to that money to use, but it'll be open for quite a bit. Is still $1 per share in WeFunder? No, it's not. So it's about $2 a share now in WeFunder, and that's based on our current valuation. And so, which is good for us as a company. Our valuation continues to grow, which means the share price continues to grow. But this WeFunder round is at about $2 a share. Don't let the companies in on the act. Don't let other companies. Nope. Yeah. See, and that's kind of there for sure. Our own exchange would be rad. We just have to make sure that all the legal for each region is absolutely. Yep. So we have securities attorneys and cryptos attorneys that will help us with this. It's no different from what we would have to do with Kraken. And so as we think about the regulatory landscape, we're going to have to, whether we use Kraken or build our own exchange, we have to go through the same hurdles. And so, because Kraken does not take any risk on their end, so we have to be solid with the regulators. And so, if we're doing that legwork, then it may make sense for us to just do it ourselves, and then we just keep it all in house. We should own the whole platform with no outside interference. Yeah, and so as we think about this and everything that we do, right? So like we want to have a trading company. Well, eventually we probably want to be a broker so that we own the whole clearing process and retail process end to end. Same with the exchange we probably, to reduce risk, want to own it end to end. With banking, at first we're going to be a neobank, which means we're just a technology that uses a company like Bancorp. We may want to get a banking charter. Right. And so there's a ton of stuff that we can do now and then work in the back end to further advance our cause. But we don't want to be slowed down in our build out because we want to wait for a banking charter, right? So, so moving forward, we want to own everything end to end. We need Kraken on initial for cred, but develop is okay. Yeah, so I don't know if we do. I don't know if we need Kraken to build credibility. We may or we may not, right? And so, we just want to make sure. And again, we still may use them, but again, it's not going to be Kraken. It's going to be Stonks crypto powered by Kraken, right? And so, again, I think we may just want to go our own exchange route. But something that we can continue to talk about. Obviously, getting the trading app up and going is our priority at the moment. So stuff that we can start building some pros and cons for. Stonks cryptocurrency. Yeah. So again, we want to tokenize the Stonks coin eventually. We have built-in utility now, right? And so we have built-in value to the company. And so with some correct staking protocols and whatnot, I think we can do really, really well. But looking through like how we build utility around the coin and then possibly build our own launch pad and launch other products, and then further insulate staking capabilities around it. But yeah, Darius, sorry, I think I called you Demetrius. We have a Demetrius, so that's my bad, my man. Sorry about that. We need to own our crypto. Yes, we do. We need to own our crypto. When can I close my Robinhood account and put it into Stonks? So Frank, I'm hoping, and so there's a few things that we're still working through. We're almost done with all our paperwork for limited or for complete live. We ship to the Apple Store on November 16th. And then depending on Apple approvals, if we're good to go 5 days later, then hopefully by the end of the month, by the time we launch on the NASDAQ, then you will be able to transfer all your stuff from Robinhood. So we are in the home stretch for certain. At what point in time are our shares vested, or do they have a clock on them? So that depends on what you how you acquired your shares. So on the convertible note side, it will be, depending on the note, between a year and 2 years. That converts after that. If you bought shares directly, that is already vested because you purchased shares of the company. So you traded vesting for dollars, right? And so it just depends on what type of vehicle that you use to get into the round. Fantastic question. Okay, let's see. Dr. B, what's up, bro? Let's see. At what point in time? Oh, yep, I saw that. Ed, what's going on, my brother? Veronica, do we have a customer service department? Not yet, but we are going to start hiring a customer success team in December once we have the cash coming in. But that is our first priority. So development and customer success is what's going to separate us from everybody else, outside, of course, ownership of the company. But that's something that I used to have a customer success agency, so I'm very knowledgeable about the space and how to build out a correct and functional team. So Veronica, that's something that we're working on over the next 6 weeks or so. Michael, you're welcome, bro. Regarding crypto, let me throw this up. Regarding crypto, is going to have lots of future changes to regulation and taxes, so we want to tackle those hurdles. Or are we able to support these types of changes? Yeah, so there's a couple of things to look at also when building, when trying to do a disruptive technology, right? And so the reason why Robinhood, for example, is worth $40 billion, $37 billion market cap, is because they disrupted the industry. The reason why Coinbase has a $55 billion market cap is because they disrupted the industry. And the reason why someday we're going to have a $50 billion market cap is because we're disrupting the industry. And so when we think about risk reward, right? Like if we can pull off a brokerage that you can trade the equities and a platform that has a fully capable exchange, we're talking about a $50 billion company. If you put Robinhood and Coinbase together, there's a market cap of 85 billion. So when we look at how can we tackle this, right? Well, we first look at who's tackled it already. Well, Coinbase has tackled something like this. Kraken has tackled something like this. Gemini has tackled something like this. Crypto.com has tackled something like this. And so we know it's possible to tackle, right? And so then it's just about cash flow coming in and putting the right legal team in place, because then we know that we can tackle it in the current state. That's FinCEN regulation as an MSB. And then we have a legal roadmap on attacking the regulatory changes that may come down the line and will come down the line. And so I talked to my lawyer about 3 times this week about this. And so we get an MSB with a FinCEN registration. And then we start putting a roadmap together on how we file with the SEC on when the exchange regulations change. And that's something that we can get ahead of now, and then just have a plan to put that in place later down the line. By putting that plan in place now, though, that starts to set us apart as a disruptor. So I am looking in the future with that, which is why I put that roadmap together. And that's how we make a $50 billion company. And so we want to be the first to market when these regulations change, so that we can be ready to compete. Christina, I hope that answered your question. If not, please put more down below. You told us 150 last meeting. So it was either going to be between a $15 million and $25 million valuation. And so we split in the middle because we can build a case for both. Again, we have to make sure that our companies continue being valued at a market cap, at the correct market cap. And so that's for the $20 million valuation at the moment. On the exchange note, just exchange or exchange for OG coins and swap for low cap tokens. So, Corey, this is going to have to all be a part of how we deal with regulations, right? And so we have to make sure that we are not crossing into securities territory at the moment. And then when those swap coins and stuff come out, then we can, when the regulations change, we can tackle that. But from my perspective, we want to give people access to as many things as possible, right? So stock trading, crypto, we're going to get as many coins and tokens on our exchange as possible. There's and of course, keeping us within legal boundaries, right? So let's assume we're going to stay legal on the exchange, right? So stay within the legal constraints of what we're allowed to do. If we can get 500 tokens, I want to get 500 tokens. Like there's a lot that if we can do it, we're going to do it. I want to give people the option to bank with us and on the platform. I want to be able to give people the option to invest into startups like WeFunder. If WeFunder can pull it off, we can pull it off. I want to give people the option to be able to invest in alternative assets like real estate and art, all in one platform. So there's many different platforms that are pulling this off. No sense into why we can't bring that into one platform. So I want to give our users access to as many asset classes as possible, and that also includes what we allow to be traded on the exchange. If we go that route, we may still go the Kraken route, but as we talk about insulating our risk and our platform risk, we have to kind of keep in mind the bigger picture. Chad, perfect. Just came in, finished dinner. Awesome, Joseph. What's up, brother? Do we have a potential ticker symbol? WSB is what I would like as a ticker symbol because I think that would be hilarious. Remember, we're Stonks trading, and having a WSB ticker symbol would be badass. And so, yeah, I have a few ticker symbols in mind, but if it's available at the time, then I would like to go something like that. What's going to be – okay, yeah, Robert, I think I answered that. Are we in pending beta testing? We are beta testing now, but just with like my account. There's quite a few bugs that we had to work out before we rolled it out limited live. And then we'll allow a few more people in over the next week or so. Get a few more feedback loops going. And then we are going to gate the release. So we don't want to overload the system day one. And so there's a kind of a cool like rollout plan that the team and I have been working on internally, where it comes from like an invite only, kind of how Clubhouse grew. So if you remember, Clubhouse wasn't really a thing 2 years ago. Now they have tens of millions of people, and they did that all through invite only. And so we're kind of thinking about doing something like that, which of course everybody on the wait list has already been invited. But then people after the wait list can only get on the platform by invite only. There's a few mechanisms, there are a few reasons why we're going to do it that way or thinking about doing it that way. The first is so that we don't overload the system, right? Like we can't handle 1 million downloads in one day. So we want to put those measures in place to make sure that Alpaca doesn't go down, that our platform doesn't go down, that AWS doesn't go down. And then we create the exclusivity around Stonks, right? Like this is a platform for the people, by the people, and you need to be invited by somebody that helped build the platform. And so there's some ideas that we have kicking around there for sure. Great question. We do not want the Robinhood fiasco, that's for sure. Dr. B, I need to send us an email and get Cameron and Sina on the email chain as well. Sina, if you're still on the phone, can you take note of this and remind me that I need to email Dr. Brian about this. Sorry, I'm late. I'll catch you later tonight. Youngest ones. No worries, John Michael. Good to see you, bro. What's it looking like right now and moving forward? How do we see all the shares? Oh, Dr. B, I think you joined late. Let me show you everybody again real quick. So Dr. Brian asks what it looks like. So I'll show, because we had quite a few more people join also. So let me go ahead and show this again. Okay, so what we're and this again, this is not final. This is not the final design. But what we're gonna do is wherever the coins have been, right, or not the coins, the shares have been, whether it was from signing up for the wait list, first WeFunder round, second WeFunder round, angel list round, wherever you got your shares, referral shares, we're going to visualize it all in one place. And so how this looks in app, or will look in app, is you'll have the number of shares that you own and the current value of those shares based on a 409A valuation of the company. And so that essentially how that would look is if we sold the company today at, X dollars, this is how many dollars per share you'll get. Then we're looking to gamify the process a little bit to where at the lowest end you pay $1 or the user pays $1. At the highest end, the ambassador program, you pay $20 and that unlocks other things in app, right? So like more exclusive group. And then we have a calculation underneath that says if 500,000 people purchase the app at $6 a month, this is the current valuation of those shares. If we were to liquidate tomorrow and sell the company, this is what you'd be paid out on your shares. And so that's what we're trying to show in app. So we want to put the power back into the user's hand to be able to pay more or less for the perceived and the actual realized value that they get out of the app and out of our company. And then based on that, if everyone did this, so an if-then statement, this is what the cost per shares would be. And so that's how we're planning on visualizing everybody's shares to them at the end of the month once the app has been launched. Dr. B, hope that answered your question, brother. Christina, you are very welcome. Will Stonks shareholders get free Stonks cryptocurrency? Michael, a fantastic question. Yes and no. And what I mean by that, let me actually put it this way. It depends. So in a perfect world, I would like to tokenize our company, right? And so if you have shares in the real world, in the fiat world, then you'll have those equal amount of shares in the crypto world, right? So if we can structure it that way, then yes, absolutely. And that's what I want to do. I want to be able to airdrop all our OGs and our current Stonks holders the token when we create it. So it just depends on how we roll that out. So yes, all the OGs are going to get coins. We're going to stake them so that we create liquidity within the market, and then good to go. Rob asked, "Will there be dividends?" Well, this is something that we can discuss. For the first couple years, I wasn't planning on doing dividends and being a growth company, meaning we push value into the shares, right? And so if we're pushing value into the shares or into the company, which is by essence value into the shares, then our share price continues to grow. And so when we list someday on the NASDAQ, then then we have intrinsic value into the shares. If we pay dividends, the share cost goes down because we're paying out profits in a dividend format. Now, what I would like to do is do a one-time dividend for all the investors so that everybody can get their money back out. So I think it's super important that if we're doing millions of dollars a year or millions of dollars a month in revenue, that all of the people that invested, $500, $100, $50,000, $100,000, I would love to be able to give everybody their money back so that it's just playing with house money. And so throwing around the idea that maybe doing a one-time dividend once we become profitable to get everybody their original investment back, that is something that I want to do. But an ongoing dividend, most likely not until we've hit all our goals. Because when we pay dividends out, that means we can't reinvest it back into the company. So say we're paying $1 per share out as a dividend. Well, there's 10 million shares, so that's $10 million that we're paying out in dividends, let's say, each year. Well, think about what we could do. We could build 10 exchanges for $10 million, right? So like, it's just a weighing the pros and cons. So one-time dividend, yes, that is my goal, and that's something I think we should do so everyone can get their cost basis off the table, and then focusing on growth after that. But I'm open to whatever you guys think. This is our company, so if the overwhelming voice says we should do dividends, then we're going to do dividends. So yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts. NFTs. Yeah, we're looking at NFTs. Actually, one of the partners that we're looking at it called Zero Hash, which is an API crypto provider. They have the functionality for NFTs in an NFT marketplace. So it's something that I want to look at. Also, someone I'm trying to get an intro to the panel right before me at Benzinga. Oh, also, let me throw that link into the Benzinga panel back into the chat. There was a lady that was the president of Vayner NFT on the panel right before me. And so I'm trying to get intro with her because that's Gary Vaynerchuk. If you guys don't know, the president of his NFT company was on the panel right before me. So that's something that I think would be pretty dope if we got an intro to her. Would you consider something in the realm of an IRA so that you can have long-term investment? Yeah, so we're actually launching an IRA. Alpaca supports IRA, so it's something that we can launch probably in Q1. Then that keeps our long-term. So then we have money in our sweep account. The thing is like we can't monetize that until we become an RIA, and so we have some aspirations of either becoming a broker or an RIA, so we can monetize that. But yes, that's also a part of possibly becoming a credit union and being the first retail trading app that has a credit union attached to it. So several things that we're thinking through, but yeah, and IRA is coming for sure. Alpaca already supports it, so we can get it launched. Sean, no worries, bro. NFTs are a good idea, but good luck getting approval from Apple. Well, Corey, that's true. Corey, I think this is you under Stonks. Yeah, well, that's something we just may have to have on like as a desk or as a web app. So we may not be able to get it in app, but it'll be in company, right? And so you can do a reroute from the app into a web app. So we'll figure that out as it comes. Can we have folders? Sean, what do you mean by that, brother? I just want my Purple Club Stonks credit card. Yeah, the credit cards, they're coming probably next year, sometime middle of next year. But that'll be, yeah, that's what I love for sure. WSB, yes. Oh, stop. Cameron, what's up, bro? Def, very nice to have all the available at once. All that. What we can share about crypto plans yet, but it's very good news. Yes. Cameron, I've been sharing a little bit, but yeah, it's coming. Sounds like a plan. Will the ambassador program have profit sharing advantage? Yes, the ambassador program will have profit sharing, growth, one-time dividend, make the company better. Yep. I watched the NFT panel prior to us. Yep. Cool. Frank, what's up, my brother? Nice shirt, Anthony. Are we going to see merch webpage upgrade? Yes. So there's a lot of merch up there that's not on brand. So we're going through a rebrand on that right now with more stuff like this. That will be done before our launch. And so working on that with the team next week on getting more merch up and going, more on brand merch up and going. And then that should be available here in the next week or so that we can get more of these out. Okay, everybody. So let me throw in, and we're going to wrap it up because my kids are next door at the neighbor's house. My wife's at work. So I'm solo parenting tonight. And I've been gone for 4 days, so I'd like to see my kids. So in the chat, I'm throwing in both the WeFunder raise that is now live as of today and the FinTech Awards, our panel. Okay, so let me go through this one more time, guys. I already answered where you will see your shares like a couple times. Dr. B, yep. Okay, I'll share it one more time. So we will be sharing the share. We will be sharing or visualizing the shares in app. And I will show you one more time. Okay, so the shares in app will be visualized. Whether you have free shares, whether you referred somebody who got shares, whether you got shares on WeFunder or AngelList or any other way that you got shares, we will visualize them in app. And then we will show the value of the shares on a current 409A valuation of the company. So let's say current company's valued at, let's see, that says 35 million. 35. Okay. No, it'd be 350 million, be $35 a share. Boom. Visualize that. Then we're doing a name your own price type functionality within the app. So it starts at $1, it goes all the way up to $20 for the ambassador program. And then the user will be able to choose what they want to pay for the app. Based on that, we're going to make an assumption saying if 500,000 people or if 1 million people pay $6 a month for Stonks, it's going to be worth $200 a share. We're going to visualize that all within everybody's account profile in app. And so again, wherever you got your shares, we have all the data. We'll pull it all together and we'll show you how many shares that you have within app, and you'll be able to monitor all that based on current valuations of the company. As those change, that'll go up. So hopefully it never goes to zero. So no, we're going to the moon. So let me go here. Boom. Dr. B, you're very welcome. Boom. Staking generates more tokens versus higher value. Yes. Frank, what's up, bro? Added Taps event. Nice. Will current version have group for ambassadors? Thinking of doing a Facebook group. Yeah. So we're trying to build all this in app. So ambassadors on the roadmap are going to have access to things that other people won't have access to. And so that may be exclusive group, a VIP event, obviously profit sharing, lower margins when we're able to provide those. And so, yeah, there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to offer to the ambassadors, to unlock that. But again, we want to have all that in app and not off the app. Where is the link for the ambassador program? Robert, if you go to trystonks.com, there on trystonks.com, there's a button that says join ambassador program. Just go ahead and click that link. My birthday is on November 30th. If the weather is nice, I may join your celebration. Veronica, are you in New York? Whether it's nice or not, if you're in New York, get there. Like, the more people that we have for the tower shot, that'll be dope. So yeah, if you're in New York City, definitely come. The weather probably won't be great because it'll be November 30th in New York City. But yeah, if you're able to come, please do. All right, everybody. That's all I got. Yeah, Veronica, for real, come. I'll send out some more details here in about a week. Yeah, that's all I got. It's been a crazy busy week. The CEO of Webull validated our idea not only on the live stream, but personally in a party afterwards over drinks. He came up and said some off the record stuff about how our idea and what we're doing by bringing the user along our journey as owners. It's revolutionary. So we're being validated now by the big dogs in the industry. And let's not forget, like, Webull is only 4 years old. And so they have millions and millions and millions of users in a $12 billion, $12 to $19 billion market cap in 4 years. And so imagine what we can do by bringing all of us along for the ride. And yeah, super pumped. A fantastic week. And so yeah, it's gonna be very, very fun. It's been a fun week, an exhausting week. It's harder to party the older you get. So yeah, all right, guys, I gotta go beat up the kids before Corey. It's funny that you just said that. I gotta go beat up the kids before I send them off to bed. But appreciate all of you all. We got a lot of more work to do. Please share the WeFunder. The goal is 750K. That gets us a platform that has never been seen ever in the history of retail trading if we can hit that $750,000 goal. So please do share it. And until next time, everybody, have a fantastic weekend. Be safe, and we'll see you next time.